All right, here we go. We have legendary NFL player, Super Bowl winner, Andre Bad Moon Rison in the building.
What it do, Vlad?
Hey, man, honored to actually sit down with you. Big, longtime fan.
Appreciate it. Yeah, much love. And I've been doing my due diligence on your ass too, online. And coming from where you came from, I gotta give you props. And you a front line, you stand in there and take the blows and come with it too. So
That's right. That's right. You can't have success without the haters.
man, that's part of the game. You can't be
That's
afraid.
part of the game.
First of all, you can't be afraid to be who the fuck you are. And that's your brand. That's your number one brand. And
Exactly.
that's gonna always be your number one brand is yourself. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, this is your, first time sitting down with you, so I want to start in the very beginning. So you grew up in Flint, Michigan.
yeah. Yeah. The FLINT, and there's a part of it called Beecher, Flint Beecher, which, phenomenal athletes come out, good people come out of there. And it's a collectively both go together. When you say Flint, you gotta say Beecher too. But it's where I was born and raised, man, and it is what it is. It get down, and you got water crisis, you got pandemics, you got General Motors shutting down, and there's been film shot about it. There's been documentaries on our city, but it's definitely one of the best places I know in the world because I'm born and raised there. So it's a lot of work to be done. A lot of infrastructure got to be done from within side, and with all the political things going on, also with all the police brutality situation going on, Black Lives Matter, all that good stuff, all the protests going on. We're at the forefront of it. We're at the forefront of it.
Well, you grew up with your mother and your father, but your father has a kind of an interesting story because he went to Vietnam and he ended up stepping on a landmine.
Yeah, he Monk Mitchell. I knew him for a short minute, but he was cool as hell while I knew him. He taught me how to grind, taught me how to hustle real quick at an early age in the short time that he was in my life. But from what I know about the war and, taking care of your dad when he come home and you his only child, that shit was like being in the war for real because I had to clean his wounds out every day, every night. He stepped on that landmine and it busted him up pretty bad. And he was a world-class athlete before he had got drafted. So I'm a catch-22 guy when it comes to just say, fuck it, we finna just go at war with a country. I seen it with my own two eyes. I'm not the only one that experienced that shit, but the way the United States administration treated our veterans, it was fucked up.
Right. I mean, was he actually in a wheelchair or not really?
Man, he was stubborn, and I get a lot of my stubborn ways from him. I assume when I talk to him, up there with in heaven, whatever. But he wouldn't fuck with the wheelchair. He wouldn't mess with it. He used the cane. He was already bow-legged. Bow-legged and short as it was. But he was a real gangster though. He was a real gangster.
Well, I guess because of his situation and the frustration and so forth, he was somewhat abusive to you as a kid.
I wouldn't say abusive. I mean, if you take the guidelines of, what the white people write in the laws about how you're supposed to chastise your child, everybody know black children are chastised different. We raised different. Where we come from, our neighborhoods are different. And ain't nothing wrong with how you raise your child. I'm glad how he raised me. He raised me how to get it when I ain't have it. And so that allows me to, survive in these times. And also to teach my kids and grandkids how to get it when they don't have it.
Well, at one point he ended up passing away, and I guess you actually went to the hospital and got to see him like a day or so before he passed.
Yeah. It's funny, man, because, you playing pro ball and you in the streets too. One of my street boys came to me and told me, I had got out of practice and our PR people had got at him. They knew he was close to me. He was like, hey man, your old man got like 13 hours to live. We had like a Monday night game coming up, like maybe 48 hours. And I was like, wow. I was like, this is real life crisis. Somebody just told me my old man dying in 48 hours or whatever. The game coming up in 48 hours. I got to go to work, all this. I ain't seen him probably in about 15 years. He only been to like maybe 2 of my games in my whole career. So it's like, but if I don't go, I'm a sucker ass nigga, right? So that's your dad, So I got up, we caught a private plane and went out there to see him. And it's funny, first thing when I walked in, he loved to cuss. He said, "Hey motherfucker, what's up?" But that was after the doctor had told me that, your dad ain't gonna remember you because he bleeding on the brain. He got a whole bunch of stuff going on, Mr. Rise. And I say, bullshit, I'm his only child. See, the bond between the parent and the child is so special, and that's what the fuck we got to get back to, too. That's another subject, when it comes back, how can we correct this world, and how can we make it a better place? But first thing he say, man, you still dating that girl, right eye? And I say, okay, he still got a sense of humor, and shit, man, 13 hours later, he was dead.
Man, I'm sorry for your loss, man. My dad died about 6 months ago, and I was in the hospital with him, leading up to it. It's a tough thing. And I'm an only child, as well, with him. So it's
sorry to hear that for sure. Man. But coming from where we come from, man, you learn about living and life and death, man. It's like it's part of it's a part of the DNA, right? And it's like, I hate these babies killing each other. I watch your shows, I watch all the MCs, the young boys that's tearing it up on the mic, all the way from Chicago to Atlanta. Man, I wish they could get their bags and do their thing and just kill off that killing shit, man. It's like, that really irritates me. And, there's so many people that got platforms that can get at that type of shit, and I'm like Cube when it comes to that. And I'm close to Cube, and so I peep Cube say something, but we all got to say something, man, for real, when you talk about life and death, because these babies is killing each other, no matter black or white. But the black on black shit in the rap game and in the game itself, that shit got to come to a cease, man.
Yeah, I agree. Way too many people that I've interviewed have gotten killed in their 20s and 30s.
Man, blood scripts. I've seen you interview some talented motherfuckers, man, and they're dead. You know, and it's crazy, and we could be out here getting this money, but we could also be, sharing the revenue like the big boys do in the NFL that they ain't gonna teach you, because that shit don't come in the books when you're learning about finances. Like shit, it's 32 teams in the NFL, yeah, but they all share bread. They all breaking bread. We making it to the league and we signing these $200 million deals, and we ain't breaking bread with niggas. And so, and they don't want you to break bread with us. So, it's a fucked up game, but you got to play it.